Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Gaze. This is the podcast where we're asking the question, what if someone turned into a mouse and that mouse was also a witch? Would that be cute or what? I'm Emery, my pronouns are they, she, he.
I think that would be super cute. I'm Elvire, my pronouns are they, she, he.
It's Halloween again. It is the very day of October 31st. I'm dressed up in a costume right now. I'm having all sorts of spooky celebrations. I'm eating a raw pumpkin with my bare hands as we speak.
I've gone for the best of both worlds, and I'm definitely right now dressed up like a pumpkin witch.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. The two are finally together. So yeah, we're back on our Halloween episode. We came all the way back around. It's been a dang year since we first met our little guy Pumpmon.
It sure has been a year. It's wild to think that this show has been going on for more than a year.
Mm-hmm. Now, Digimon Ghost Game officially has the most Halloween episodes per capita of any Digimon season.
Clearly, this is the best Digimon show.
Exactly, yeah.
These are objective facts. We start with a couple of girls dressed as witches and one girl dressed as a maid. And to the girl dressed as a maid, I say, valid. Mm-hmm. Wish that were me.
Wish that were me. Honestly, yeah, either costume would be pretty good. I would love a maid outfit, though.
Maid outfits are just good.
They're so cute.
You know who doesn't think maid outfits are cute?
Who? I'll fight them.
Our villain of the week.
It's Witchmon.
It's Witchmon, and she's not a fan of maids.
Yeah, these three kids are following this hologram that they caught sight of. They sort of go into like an empty jewelry store, I guess, and then they see that it's Witchmon, this funny little witch Digimon, and she's like, okay, I see that two of you are paying me appropriate respect, so I'll wake you up in your true form. And then she makes a bunch of eyeballs, and the eyeballs go into the mouths of the two girls who are witches, and then their witch outfits change, and their eyes get very scary and mean, and they get little cat familiars summoned, that are just hanging around, and they're talking about like, oh wow, it feels so good to be a real witch now. I fucking love this. This kicks ass. And then Witchmon is like, hey, you who is dressed up as a maid, I actually fucking hate that, and this is disrespect on my name, so I'm gonna turn you into a mouse instead. And she does.
The mouse doesn't even get to keep the maid outfit.
Oh, it's so disappointing.
It really is a shame.
Can you imagine a rat in a maid outfit?
Yes, yes, I can.
And now,
makes me very happy.
And now Emery is about to draw her persona as a maid.
I sure am. You're exactly right.
I know.
Anyway, hi Morg.
Hi. Man, why couldn't this happen when we were closer, like time-wise, to Elvire?
Yeah.
I got to enjoy the time zone difference last week and then this Friday because I got to listen in on a bit of the drawing fun, which was definitely a time.
The thing about non-daylight savings time is that it fucking sucks shit.
Yeah.
I think time was a mistake in general.
God, so true.
So true.
I am just preparing my body for just the fucking calamitous onset of seasonal depression. I'm not gonna see the sun very much for about 3 months.
Yeah, big same.
Oh, I had that problem at my previous job. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'll see it when I'm going to work, I guess, so I'm a little better off than you are. But on the way home, it's down. It's, like, been down for a while. And it's just like, I like night, but my body doesn't, you know? It wants the sun.
I need that vitamin D, I guess. Very disrespectful of the sun to not be there.
We need those vitamins.
Speaking of nighttime, most of this episode takes place at nighttime.
True.
Yeah, and I've thought the entire since the first time I've seen the ending of the episode, if Richmond had just started a little earlier in the day, if she just gotten ahead of the curve, if she'd gone for the little kids who go earlier out,
right,
and added them to her pile, she might have made it.
She wanted to sleep in, and I fucking respect the hell out of that.
You know what? It's her holiday. She should get to sleep in.
If we could schedule this podcast in a way that would allow me to be asleep right now, I 100% would be.
I'm sorry for my time zone. I also wish I could be asleep right now.
Both, yeah, it's like both of you. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm here and I'm awake. I'm good. But so she should have started actually at like midnight. So like, you know, stayed up October 30th, and then like when it hit midnight, because that's still the witching hour, and she still has a whole ass day.
Yeah, but no one would have dressed up at October 30th.
I don't know. I mean, people here dress up like the weekend before, because like it was on a Monday this year. So like a lot of people, you know, would dress up the 29th and 30th instead.
I did also like just put on outfits the entire week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And I think if Witchmon just saw me on average, she might just say, "Oh wow, what a nice witch cosplay."
Damn, so true. She does not appreciate maids, though, like we were saying. And I'm like, maids could be witches. You don't know. Witches don't have to dress like that to be witches. Ugh.
Maids can be witches. I'm pretty sure that's a plot point in ReZero.
Yeah.
Like, not to go off rails again. Do you know what I ordered this week to give myself a serotonin boost because I was sad?
Oh, what did you do?
Can you guess, based on our conversation, what I ordered?
A maid outfit.
Is it a maid outfit?
It is a maid outfit.
Yeah!
Oh, you're about to you're about to be ready for Frilly Fuck Friday.
Let's go.
I am. I'm very excited. I hope it fits.
Me too.
And I guess now I'll have to find some mouse ears so I can prove that mouse maids are adorable.
It's cute.
It's cute. So what the fuck happens in this episode besides maids?
Maids don't even happen in this.
No, yeah, but they're mostly at the community center again, except this time
we see a bunch of Halloween costumes.
Yes!
Because we're at the community center from last year. They're, you know, this time Ruli's whole friend group, including Kyoshiro, came to decorate, and Espimon is there.
Kyoshiro's invited.
Yeah.
He's invited, and her friends are also calling him Higachi, and it's pretty good.
This is the freak holiday. Kyoshiro gets to come out.
Yeah, not allowed at the wedding, but he's allowed at the freak holiday.
And fucking speaking of Kyoshiro, he is back in his detective elf cosplay, and I'm so happy to see it again.
It's good. I thought he was gonna, like, keep in that costume the whole time, because it kind of looks witchy. Like, I know it's probably more, like wizardy, and it has a nose and stuff, but, like, I was like, this kind of looks like witch stuff. Like, maybe they'll put eyeballs in his mouth.
I was 100% expecting Kyosho to have to gobble up some eyeballs.
I don't like that it's eyeball. Like, I mean, obviously it's not as, like, extreme as the Eismon episode, but it's just, like, why are eyeballs the one why is everyone's mouth opening? Like,
Why do you?
all their mouths are, like, gaping open, and they're just like...
No, these eyeballs are headed straight for my mouth. Better stare slack-jawed in belief about it.
I love freaky eyes, and I love characters that have more eyes than they should. The idea that you would put an eye in your mouth makes me sick.
Yeah, that's, like, the part that I'm like, this is, like, somehow grosser in some ways.
You've somehow managed to actually convince me that eye horror is gross. Thank you, Digimon.
It's probably Halloween, though. It's Halloween, though. They probably just taste like peeled grapes.
True.
Okay, yeah, I'll believe it. So Kyosho is a wizard. Jellymon does not not a wizard, is a detective. Jellymon does not believe in couples cosplay, and I think that's a shame.
Yeah.
She is a princess, which I do like for her, though.
Extremely good.
And Goramon is a pirate, which fucking rules. Yeah. It's definitely gotta be another One Piece reference.
Yo.
We have the mummy team.
The mummy team, the three of them in toilet paper.
We got Hero, Gamamon, and Espimon all as mummies. They're doing a family cosplay.
So cute.
It's very cute. I was like, Hero and his two sons. But then, like, Kirishiro gets, like, extremely startled by Ruli coming out as a zombie. Like, all out. She's, like, got all the makeup on. She's, like, definitely put some work into that.
Definitely. And I'm glad that they did zombie for Ruli, because she is canonically a huge zombie nerd. It rules.
She knew what she was doing when she showed up and walked up to Kyosho, who was not looking at her, so she could give him a jump scare.
Oh yeah, she scared him on purpose.
That's all friends are for.
Kirishiro definitely seems more like the type to like cutesy Halloween than to like scary horror Halloween, you know? I'm a fan of both, but I understand liking one more than the other. It's funny to talk about the Halloween episode in November.
It's
Halloween. It's Halloween today. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm dressed up as a pumpkin witch. What do you look like this Halloween?
I mean, I always look like it. I'm in cat ears, but I always wear cat ears when I'm recording, so that's like...
Really? That's great.
I have in the past. I'm actually more likely to wear the cat ears when I'm playing tabletop game, because I'm like, oh, I don't have bunny ears, but my character has rabbit ears, so I was like, this is close enough.
I love that.
That rules. So, one of Ruli's friends, Shiori, she took a little longer getting changed into her costume than everyone else. She's like, going to rejoin up with the group, but then she meets Witchmon, and what a coincidence, she is dressed like a witch, so she gets the eyeballs in the mouth treatment. She turns into like an actual witch.
And everyone compliments her outfit, because she really looks like a very convincing witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I also like that, like, earlier she was, like, a little scared about the AIs and stuff, or, well, the Digimon that everyone's calling
she's super nervous.
She's just, like, really nervous, and so, like, there's, like, a really big change, like, when she's been witchified, and she's all, like, confident and like says like mean shit to everyone else's costumes that aren't witches, because they're like, wow, you guys suck, you all have awful costumes because you're not a witch. Sorry, not sorry. But she does like come out and has like the cat eyes, the like narrowed eyes, and the cat that's like behind her, and everyone's like, wow, cool witch costume. And she's like, oh, there's another witch here. I'm going to use magic and transform her also. Extremely interesting to see that the Digimon's powers extend like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are capable of doing what Witchmon can do.
Yeah.
I think it's Aoi that gets changed into a witch.
Yes, it is.
And the other kids get turned into mice.
All the other extras.
The other
So true.
They were conveniently huddled together.
Yeah, the main characters are completely unaffected.
Well, they were
This is
going
the
to
most-
get turned, but then Angoramon steps forward and is like, fuck no. You will not touch my pals.
But he couldn't do that for the others.
He wasn't close enough. Also, he's...
It's the most obvious plot armor.
Yeah.
Ever, but it's funny. It's good.
I was like, whatever, you know, like he wasn't close enough. It didn't really, but yeah, you're extremely right.
When because the witches leave, they're like, we're gonna make more witches, so they leave. And Ruli, like, gathers up these mice and gives them to Akane and says, here, watch these.
Here,
Ruli literally just runs up with a box of rats and like, hey Akane, watch these rats and don't ask any questions.
at least Akane likes them. She's just like, oh, they're cute. But like, why? What the fuck? Oh my god, they never showed at the end of the episode them, like, changing back. Can you imagine, like, Akane's reaction to, like, just three girls in the fucking room? Oh no, I didn't even realize they didn't show that at all.
Hey, do you think Akane hung out at, like, the community center past midnight just to watch those rats? No, she probably took them back to her house.
You're right.
Left them there.
You're right. Yeah. I don't think she would have left them there. She seems...
Probably not, yeah.
She seems responsible.
She seems like a responsible pet owner.
So she just, like, suddenly has three girls in her house. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
This is a very strange trick-or-treating.
Her new husband is like, hey, what's going on?
Oh, don't worry about it. I just have magic friends, I guess.
It's so funny to think about. Because, right, she's married.
Yeah.
Her husband's probably like, I know you wanted kids, but this is a bit fast.
Oh, no.
My next note is just so much eyeball eating.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
because I think we just get a cut of various people getting turned into witches, getting cats, or being turned into rats.
Yeah. Yeah. To the point that, like, they even show, like, Ruli almost gets turned into a rat, when she was trying to find her friends. But she was, like, pushed out of the way of, like, the rats don't eat the eyeballs. They're just kind of, like, they have, like, magic circles put above them to change them into rats, essentially. So.
Eyeball eating is a witch privilege.
my volume cut out, so it did make it sound like you said ball eating is a witch privilege. So
you know what? That too. I'm sorry, I don't know what that laugh is gonna have done to my sound.
I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, computer.
I hate it when computers are funnier than me.
Oh no. What?
There's a huge cloud in the middle of the town.
Yeah, just a big ominous dark cloud gathering over the city. It's probably fine.
I was like,
it's fine.
Spooky cloud?
You know, it's nighttime anyway, so.
Yeah, you know, an ominous cloud. That's just Halloween stuff, I think.
Yeah. The sky is wearing a costume as well.
So the kids figure out that, like, hey, these people are gonna keep attacking us unless we're witches, so let's all do a quick costume change. Let's all get dressed up in witch outfits, and it's very cute. We get Angoramon in a little witch hat, and I like that for him.
They're so undercover, you could never tell.
You could never. So, Witchmon, gathers up all her witch minions, like, in the center of town and is like, okay, I've got big Halloween plans. Now that I've, gathered my army of witches, we're gonna eliminate all the humans. It's Halloween, so that gives my magic a special funny boost, and it's gonna make eradicating all humans extremely plausible.
And then she also says the housing market is broke as fuck. So first things first, we gotta bring my house over so I don't have to buy a new one.
Exactly. So everyone puts their hands together in like a big prayer circle. They all join hands and start casting a spell. And a big fucking Castlevania castle starts appearing out of that funny cloud from before.
Yeah.
It was at this point in the episode that I said, oh, it's a cult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, witch cult?
Took me that long.
Witch cult is also a thing in ReZero, so that's fun. But yeah, it's just a big ass purple castle coming out of the sky, and like the buildings get crushed around it too. And at this point I was like, I thought the kids were gonna maybe like bring it to the pseudo digital world, but no, they're still blending in at the moment and also like chanting, except a witch nearby like notices that they don't have magic coming off of them. And so they're imposters. They're sus. And so
they're sus.
They're super sus.
And so they get they're like about to get attacked, but then Witchmon comes down and is like, I'm feeling generous. It's Halloween. If you guys want, I will just turn you into witches, and then there will be no problems. And Ruli's like, abso-fucking-lutely not. Turn them back. I will not.
I am not eating eyeballs today.
I am not in the mood for eyeballs. I'm sorry. Being magic would be cool. No, she doesn't say that, but she should have.
Yeah.
But it's just...
So then Witchmon is like, okay, I'm gonna turn you into mouses then. So then everyone evolves and they do a fight, which I did not take a lot of notes on.
It's just kind of a regular fight. Like, the only, like, big thing is that Hero and Kaus Gamamon, like, fight Witchmon kind of by herself because they're all flying. And then...
Yeah, and the others are distracting the witches so they don't keep chanting.
Yeah, they're all distracted.
Tesla Jellymon just like just mildly electrocutes a group of people to get them to break up their little prayer circle.
A group of mostly teen girls. It's fine.
Yeah, they can handle that.
The
Halloween digital world was fun though, because it had like neon pumpkins and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they use Kirshiro's like tech digital world. Yeah, no, that's cool. Because they all fight in the pseudo digital world here instead of
it's good
earlier.
Because a lot of damage. Witchmon's attacks just do a lot of damage.
They're crazy strong right now because it's Halloween. Yeah.
Like, she does, she has wind and water attacks, and, like, when she does one of her water attacks, it just creates, like, a high-pressure beam that just, like, punches a hole in several buildings, and Hero's like, well, bad news if we get hit by that.
It's like, well, fuck.
It's fun to watch the other kids, like, distracting the human witches on the ground, because they're all, like, seeing, like, Kirishiro being, like, flown with, Tesla Jellymon and Espimon, like, holding his arms, and he's just, like, yelling. Ruli's just being carried by Simbin Goromon, but
And just when you think they're going to lose, Switchmon's just that powerful, giant pumpkins start falling down.
Yeah, he's here.
Pumpmon's here. There was mention of Pumpmon earlier because Gamamon was like excited to see like a pumpkin scarecrow guy, and then it's like, oh, it's the real one. He's here, and he's helping.
Really here. He did attempt to help.
He did his big ol' pumpkin, like, magic that we saw last Halloween episode. And he, like, blocked Witchmon's attack with one, and then he, like, trapped the girl. It looked like they were mostly girls, actually. But, yeah, they trapped, like, the ground witches in, like, a big ol' pile of pumpkins, essentially.
Yeah, just basically boxing the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they're mostly witches because Witchmon didn't like wizards or anything like that. So that's probably why it's mostly girls.
Yeah.
It just looked like there wasn't a ton of boys dressed up like witches, which,
Their laws.
Which is a shame.
is a shame.
Yeah, being a witch is super cool.
It was nice to see Kirishiro as a witch. He was an elf wizard, and then he became a witch. It's good.
Yoshiro is trans. We're always saying this.
We are always saying this.
We cannot stress this enough. Pumpman has a funny line where he's telling Witchmon, like, oh no, don't do that, these are my friends. And then he kind of looks at Gamamon and says, I think that one's my friend too.
Because he's never seen Kaus Gamamon. He's only seen Gamamon and Betel Gamamon.
Yeah.
I know what it means, but it's like, I think this one is my friend. Like, that's very convincing, Pumpmon. I'm sure Richmond will now stop her assaults.
It's fine. He's just not used to the blue one. He's more of a Knuckles fan. Sorry, that's a bad joke.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, so then Witchmon hits them both with wind attacks, and Hiro, falls off of Kaus Gamamon. He lets go of the little handlebars on Kaus Gamamon's back that are there, and I just think about that sometimes. Why does he have little handlebars?
To
but anyway,
support Hiro.
It's for Hiro. Yeah. It's normal.
But then, Kaus Gamamon evolves to Kenno Weissmon and catches Hiro, and then fights Witchmon some more until she surrenders and is like, shit, nope, I don't want to get hit by that big attack, I give up.
It's just so valid.
And then, so they're like, okay, and she's like, haha, just kidding, unless, because the clock strikes midnight and now it's November. So I guess the Halloween magic rules are time zone sensitive.
I guess so, like...
She really said, I give up. No, wait, I don't. And then the clock strikes, and she's like, shit.
She's like, oh, I guess I do give up after all. I guess I wasn't tricking you, because I got fucked instead.
She double bluffed herself.
But as soon as it became midnight, like, all the witches, like, lost their witch powers, and they stopped, like, flying around trying to escape, and they, like, suddenly disappeared, because they're no longer, like, Digimonified, so they can't be in the pseudo-digital world.
The witches very much throw up.
Yeah, they throw up the eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They sure throw up the eyeballs, and
also the little cat familiars that have been eating the transformed mice also throw up the mice.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like, the mice, like, change back, like, they all change back and they, like, disappear from the pseudo-digital world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Witchmon's acting pathetic a little bit.
Yeah, now that she's lost and it's, like, and it's November, she's like, like her voice and persona completely change. Like she's not doing like the cool villainous voice anymore. She's just kind of like, oh man, I can't believe it's November.
I would be like, I can't believe it was so sudden.
Is she Gaslight, Girl Boss, or what's the last one?
Gatekeep.
She was all of those, but now she's not.
No, she's
and
not.
when her voice changed, I was like, this sounds really familiar. So I looked up the voice actress, and she also does Gon from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, that's fun.
We can never escape Hunter x Hunter.
We sure can't. And she explains that she just wanted, to be friends with other witches and hang out in a world with only witches and no humans. But Pumpmon explains like, hey, you can be friends with humans. You don't have to try changing them to be like you, which is the lesson we learned last year. But Witchmon is just like, but I hate humans. They're awful.
Right.
They suck shit.
She's so right.
Yeah, like, I was just thinking, I was like, damn. Like, she didn't learn the same lesson because she just doesn't give a shit about humans.
She's gonna try again next year.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is she gonna try this again?
Probably.
Yeah. Like, if this...
She did not regret anything that happened beside the fact that it didn't work. That's the only regret she had.
She also says something really funny to Gamamon. Like, she just kind of whispers and calls him over and is like, hey, so are you the Dark Conqueror?
Oh shit, what? I think...
What does that mean?
Only good things.
What? Wait, I think I stopped the episode too soon, accidentally.
Oh no! Yeah, which one's like very subtly is like a Dark Emperor, perhaps? Of Conqueror, was it? Conqueror. And I immediately thought, wow, we're really going for the adventure plotline, huh?
Dark Conqueror. Oh, man.
And I love that.
Dark Conqueror. Glulusgamamon.
So people know who the fuck Glulusgamamon is, which I feel like really supports my theory that Glulusgamamon was a villain in the digital world before he got reverted back to Gamamon and met Hero.
Was he a villain or just a teenager?
What's
the difference? Is that the same?
Same brain cell.
Oh my goodness.
He was just going through his Dark Conqueror phase. We've all been there.
Listen, when you're a Digimon, being a teenager is a lot more dangerous than being a human teenager because you've got powers to back that up.
Yeah, what if instead of hormones, you just had guns for hands?
Well, you have both, and that's the problem, right? Like, because the hormones, like, affect your aim, right? So you're just like, oh,
yeah.
You could be like, I hate you, Mom, and then kill her instead of, like, going up to your room. That's a problem. Like, sorry. Sorry if that's a controversial statement.
It would have been great if he'd said, I hate you, Dad. And then
true.
shot Hokuto. That would have fixed some shit.
That would be so funny. That would solve so many problems.
Hey, Glulusgamamon, can you come back and rebel just one more time, just real quick?
Hero's his dad now, so
he would never rebel against Hero. He tried and he felt bad about it.
So true.
Yeah.
Even as Gulus, he doesn't want to anymore. He's just like, nah, I want to see what this fucker's doing.
No, Glulusgamamon very much is trying to find out if Hero is capable of murder. I think that's what his game is.
Yeah.
And I think the answer is gonna be yes.
Can't wait for Hero to kill someone.
Me watching this fun children's show, man, I really hope Hero turns evil.
But like, true. you want to see him do some fucked up and evil shit at least once.
Yeah.
I am sick of villain redemption arc. I want to see some heroes, this specific hero, just go batshit insane and do some crime.
Make hero fucked up.
I will never be sick of villain redemption arcs, probably. They're just too good to me.
Yeah, they're so good. That's true. But I want to mix it up a little.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, man.
So, all the kids go home. Like, Ruli apparently has a very high charisma stat, because she was just able to talk to all the kids' parents and explain why they were out past midnight.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So, you know, they're riding home in a taxi, and Angoramon gives the line, a magic warding feast is a profound mystery. Plays, jelly treats, witches, pumpkins.
Wait.
And that's... What?
Sorry, I saw that part, but I didn't see her calling Gamamon the Conqueror. I'm so confused.
Aww.
How did I miss that? Sorry.
Just, like, taking notes or something?
I must have been.
Yeah, it's really short. It's not a very long scene. It's literally just a sentence.
I blinked and I missed it, like, for real.
No.
Oh no. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just like, wait, no, I saw her bring her friend home. And, like, in the car, because she was talking to her other friend. Anyway, you can say Angora sign up.
Yeah, but that's the episode. Yeah, this was an okay one. The best part to me was seeing the costumes.
For sure.
It's a super standout episode, but I think that's mainly because we've had a couple of really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
True, we've had some bangers.
I'm, like, surprised that they didn't lean into the horror more. Like, the animation felt very tame compared to a lot of recent episodes. Like, especially the mushroom one. Like, they weren't really milking, like, the like, magical transformations or, like, familiars eating the mice or anything for, like...
No one died.
Horror. Yeah, like... I guess, like, probably, like, the eyeballs in the mouth is the closest thing. But even that is, like...
It's tame.
Feels very restrained. They feels like they could have done a lot more in terms of, like, making that feel, like, gory and gross.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it almost feels like
I feel like this episode... No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, even though it's, like, viscerally grosser for them to, like, eat the eyeballs, I definitely think, like, creep factor, the Aimon was creepier, you know, just because of everything else with it. Like, I mean, it's not exactly fair to compare them because they are very different, like, vibes, but
I think this episode was just supposed to be cute.
Yeah.
We were just supposed to see them in a costume and see them interact with each other, and that's I think that was the point. And bring Pumpmon back real quick. I think it was just a fun little palate cleanser before maybe heavier stuff comes out, or maybe after the good episodes, because the mushroom one was a lot.
It was, that's true. I was still maybe hoping for, like, you know, some heavier horror elements on a Halloween episode, though. Especially, like, given that the last one was, like, very big threats of eye trauma, you know?
Oh, yeah, with the knife. Yeah, for sure. What is it with Halloween and eyes, huh? But,
maybe they have, like, a limit of how gory they get to be.
Is the next episode scary at all?
Not really. The next episode is a treat.
Ooh.
It's very interesting, I'll tell you that.
I was a bit uncomfortable with it, though.
They sure do choose the Digimon that they do to be in the role that she's in.
They knew what they were doing.
Uh-oh. Well, look forward to that.
They sure said, we're gonna put this one particular Digimon in there.
Oh no.
Someone at that meeting said this one's for the furries.
They sure did.
Oh no.
No, it's not a no. Like it was a fun episode. I was a bit uncomfortable with it, the way I always am with just those kind of things. But it was a very good episode.
Yeah.
Let's just I won't spoil who it is, but I will say the monster of the week is definitely one from our Smash or Pass game.
Oh, I see.
The one who did, I think, pretty well.
Okay.
I imagine most people would say Smash.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. And to be fair to whoever's in this episode, they also don't immediately pass.
True.
But that's for next week.
That's for next week.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, what are our plugs? Elvira, where can we find you?
You can find me at Eruviru on social media.
You could find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcasts, Forward Re-Zero, a Re-Zero Watch podcast, and the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. We're almost on episode 100, so check it out.
Yeah. Excited to see what you guys decide to do for 100.
You'll see.
Oh boy. All right. So, I'm Emery. You can find me on For Affinity with the username Space Robot. I got my gallery there. You can commission me if you just hit me up on Discord or at my email address at spacerobotart@gmail.com. I'm also on a podcast called Gone Will Hunting, which has resumed releasing episodes, and we'll probably do more once we get them edited. We're getting back on track with that. I'm also on the podcast We Rate Queerbait, which also came out recently. Hey, this is a really good show. You should listen to it if you haven't.
It's fun to listen to.
We simply decided to make a podcast that will make us the most unhinged at all times, and it's very, very good.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I also have an episode on the Podcast Minds Podcast Jam. That's just like in the Podcast Minds feed as one of the many episode 100s. I was also recently on Video Games the Movie the Podcast with Dan and Maxi talking about Mewtwo Returns. Or no, Mewtwo's Revenge. That's the one. Pokemon the first movie. So listen to me there. I think that's about all for me. So this podcast is on Twitter at DigiGhostGaze. We also have a Discord. A link is in the show notes for that if you want to join up. And join us for Digi Mondays, or for Apply Mondays, in fact, where we watch the very good show of App Monsters and just witness some rowdy stuff, and also the main character being really gay.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Also on Fridays, I do art streams where you can come and hang out, and watch me draw some silly shit. Last week I drew my fellowship slime girl, but she turned into a different kind of slime girl, where essentially she's just a slime rancher slime. So I drew her like 6 times doing funny different expressions, because she does not take very long to draw now.
She's kind of reminds me of Koromon, Agumon's like pre.
Yeah. That's definitely an influence on Vortex's new design.
Yeah.
Or I guess more specifically like Nyaromon.
Oh sure.
Probably closer in shape if nothing else.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think that's about it. So this is a noisespace.xyz podcast. You can go to noisespace.xyz and find all sorts of cool shows. We talked about the new ones recently. Yeah, just some fun stuff going on that particular network. A lot of fun new things in the works.
The Doctor Who podcast has its own feed now, so it's called Doctor Who.
Hell yeah.
It's called Doctor Who.
Doctor Huh?
Huh? Which is fun because it's Sam and Jordan who did Kylix. Why? Huh?
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
The Secret Life of the American Teenager?
It's actually Jurgen it?
Jurgen it?
I don't know what I'm doing. Check that out. Especially if you went through a Doctor Who phase.
I regret my Doctor Who phase.
Listen, we all regret our Doctor Who phase.
We sure do.
Oh, I took some damage in those days.
Like, even if you're like, oh, it wasn't too bad, or like you look at it later, I feel like most people are still like, I was kind of crazy during the fandom time, at least.
That fandom did some shit to people's brains.
It'd be like that.
If you want to hear more about how much I fucking hate Stephen Moffat, go to We Rate Queerbait episode 3, where we talk about Sherlock.
That one was a rough one to get through, because I have also watched Sherlock, and I also regret doing that.
Oh, y'all can talk about... I'll talk about this off air, but I think there is a Doctor Who, like a couple Doctor Who episodes you could talk about on We Rate Queerbait, actually.
Interesting.
If you want to talk about Moffat more.
Are they by Stephen Moffat?
Yeah, I think it is a Moffat season too. Like, fun stuff. Anyway.
This man must stop.
Ugh. God.
Alright, so I think that about does it for us. So until next time, all you poltergeists, ghouls, and non-luminaries,
Digimon is for the gays.
Goodbye, darlings.
Goodbye.